Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. Seems awfully bright. Oh, it's because I have my camera actually plugged in because the battery was low. And it makes it brighter, at least what I see. I'm sure I don't look brighter to you. I am here to do some damage control. In my most recent YouTube earnings video, which I just uploaded, I don't know, a couple days ago. You can go look for it. I can link to it down below. I talked about some things and some words got put into my mouth, things that I never said, and I want to clear it up. I know when I talk about money or I talk about Patreon and I talk about those things, I know I'm going to piss people off. And I can't help that. I really can't. Money is one of those things a lot of people don't like to hear about. But that's one issue. We have several issues here to go over today. The other issue is that people are getting the wrong impression as to what I was trying to say in that video. First of all, my YouTube earnings update video series that I started 2 years ago was started with the intention to be able to help people who wanted to hop on board and start making videos, putting them on YouTube. Back then I was very gung-ho YouTube and I wanted to motivate people to get their own channel. I'm not that way so much anymore because over the years I have learned that it's very hard to get people to hop on board if they're not really into it, and it's not my job to do it for them. So you know, I tried and I did get quite a few people to make videos and they still have their channels. So I feel like I did my job. And that's just like kind of old news to me now. A lot of things have changed. So the advice that I even gave back then isn't even true anymore because now there are certain restrictions you have to have. You have to reach, I should say, requirements. You have to reach certain levels before you can even monetize your channel. All that stuff. So, you know, 2 years is a long time to talk about something, but it was started with the intention to help other YouTubers. Of course, my other subscribers would watch, and they were curious, and at the beginning I got a lot of shit for that series because people, again, they don't like people talking about money. They see it as being greedy, you know? Nobody's supposed to, like, enjoy themselves and make money at the same time. That's the image that I get from the many years of people telling me these things, all the way back to when I started selling online on eBay. So I'm very used to how it all works. But let's go back to the video that I just uploaded, the YouTube earnings. I have been mentioning for the past, I don't know, couple of maybe YouTube earning update videos that the series is most likely coming to an end, like after March. When I started this series 2 years ago, it was like maybe March or April, I'm pretty sure way back then that I said I was going to give myself 2 years to reach my goal. I cannot remember specifically if I said I will do these updates for only 2 years, or I don't know if I promised to do them for 2 years. But my goal was to reach $1,000 per week on my YouTube channel. Just a goal. I aim big. I'm very happy where I am, which is like this month was just under 1,400 for 1 month. That's far from 1,000 per week, but it's a goal and I enjoy just going for the goal. But I never intended on doing this series forever. The series is getting very boring for me. I know probably not boring for many of you because many of you have just joined and hopped on board with my channel, so it's all new to you. But I've been doing it for 2 years. Twice a month, I have a playlist with all those videos, so if anybody wants to go and watch and see what I've said all those years ago and all those videos ago, all those videos are there for you to watch if you want to learn what I went through and what others can go through once they get their channel monetized. But I'm worn out with this series now. And in my video, I was trying to explain to people how Patreon, which is a fan funding site, I am a member of Patreon. I have patrons who pledge money, and I give exclusive content to those patrons. They get to watch the exclusive stuff in exchange for supporting me for everything I do. Their pledges are not just supporting the exclusive videos. It's just a general support like patrons do. That's their business if they want to support me. It's not your business to tell me that it's wrong to have patrons. And I have people who tell me how wrong that is. I don't understand things like that. It's just crazy. Think of it as though someone is providing a comedy show. I mean, this is the only thing I can ever compare it to. Let's say you could see me on TV. No, well, let's not use me because I don't want you guys to think that I'm all of a sudden some famous fucking comedian. Let's say you have a comedian you love and you get to watch that comedian on TV for free. And then all of a sudden that comedian is going to be appearing in a town near you and you can pay to go to see their concert. And a lot of people pay and they enter and they enjoy themselves. Do you think that's wrong that that comedian is touring and getting paid for those appearances? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm providing special content, different content, at least slightly different, plenty of more swearing for my patrons and for anyone who wants to pay to see the show. Plain and simple, I'm not apologizing for that, ever. And YouTube viewers, you will become more accustomed to that form of funding because it's getting to be more popular, especially when YouTube does things like change the requirements so some people can't be monetized anymore. But I've got to tell you, those who lost monetization, they were not making megabucks. If you're under 1,000 subscribers and you're not getting 4,000 hours of watch time in a year, you know, you're probably losing $3 or $4, maybe $5 per month at most in earnings. So these people who are outraged that YouTube took that away from them, they did not lose a whole lot. It's not like people who are earning, you know, $50 a month are cut out of the program, because if they're earning that much, they've certainly met the requirements. Okay, so anyway, what was my point? So some people will go to fan funding because they might think, oh, I'm never going to quite make it. Anybody who has a successful channel will certainly meet those requirements. They're not asking a lot. YouTube is not asking a lot. But we don't know. YouTube might change the requirements again and again and again. Maybe there'll be a day down the road. I don't know. I've not heard anything like this, but I just know things can change so much. Maybe down the road, no one will be monetized on YouTube. Maybe the only way you'll be able to earn is through fan funding or just by what you sell via your videos or by the ebooks you sell, you know, while you're talking about them in your videos, stuff like that. So, you know, we just don't know. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with making money, earning money, any way you want, as long as it's legal. You know what I mean, Jelly Belly? But the immediate thing that I'm trying to control right now is the feedback that I have been getting. People have gotten the wrong message from my video. I did not go watch my video since the editing of that earnings update. I don't know what exact words came out of my mouth, but I could almost promise you that I know what words did not come out of my mouth. Here's what it boils down to. Many people think that I said, if you don't become my patron and you don't pay me for this earnings update series, I'm not going to do it anymore. And that is so far from the truth. That is totally putting words into my mouth. I never said that. In fact, I was trying to show other creators how helpful Patreon is to let you realize what videos you might be able to let go of and not feel so guilty. Again, I don't know the exact words, but I'm going to tell you what I think I told you in the previous video. I am tired of that YouTube earnings series. I'm just tired. I'm worn out. There's no more pleasure in that for me. I never earned money with that series. But while I enjoyed it, it was cool. I did my 2-year run. For some reason, 2 years is stuck there. You'd have to go watch way at the beginning to see if I ever promised more than 2 years. I can almost guarantee you I never promised that. I do think I said I would try to continue that series for at least 2 years, and I've done that. And there's just no reason for me to continue. Everything I've told you is out there for anybody to go watch. Nothing is changing. So there's just no reason for me to continue that series. And I started saying that. And I explained to everyone that I'm tired of it. And it's just, the gum's lost the flavor. And I just need to move on. When I said that, some people started saying, oh, but I love that series. I've been watching it since the beginning. Please don't end it. Please don't end it. Please don't end it. So I started saying, well, if there's enough interest, I would consider continuing the series on Patreon, where it doesn't have to be so formal and not as much work for me. And I'm communicating back and forth with them on comments, through Facebook, via email. And, I let them know, if there would be enough interest. If there would be enough interest on Patreon, I may continue to do it. Because at least I'd have something to make it worth my time. And I would know that there is a devoted group of people, because it feels good if you know you're talking to someone who gives a shit. Because I don't always know if these videos are that helpful. I do have some hardcore fans for that YouTube earnings series, and they do let me know. And I was like, okay, if they want to gather and we can gather over on Patreon, I could consider doing that for them. And like I said, in a more private, personal atmosphere with some back and forth, stuff like that. I even thought, I could give maybe tips for those who would like it and help them in any way that I possibly can. But the more I thought of it, I thought, you know what? I don't really think I want to do that, because I have very little time, and I'm trying to get my ASMR channel off the ground. I mean, I'm busy 24/7. I really am. You guys might not know that, but I am. I want to be busy. I'm not complaining about that. I'm very glad that I'm always busy. I totally appreciate the fact that I can work the way I do and make a living for myself, and a nice one where I'm going to have enough money in the bank, hopefully, for a very good retirement where I don't have to worry or rely on other people. Maybe I want to stop working when I'm 65. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I need money in the bank for that. I don't want to just pay my bills right now and think that's a good life. I want to be ready for when I don't want to work anymore. Again, I feel like I'm apologizing. Isn't everybody like that? Shouldn't everybody want to plan for the future? I'm planning for Skylar's future. I want to be able to help her as much as I can. I'm willing to help my son as much as I can. You need money if you want to help people. If Skylar would like to go to school for something, how awesome I would feel if I could pay for that. Anyway, it's just, I don't know. It drives me crazy. People should love money and should want it and should want to know that it's there as a safety net. And you know what? It can all go away. I have no health insurance right now. One bad accident could wipe me out. Years of savings could be gone. And I'm always aware of that. So I always want enough so I can survive a catastrophic event if I need to. So, I just, I don't know. It's just all very tiresome. And I guess it was so put into my brain that money is doable for anyone. But I think some people see it as those who earn and have fun doing so have to be doing something wrong, because they're working their ass off at McDonald's and they're not saving for retirement. I don't know. I really don't know. I would love to talk about this stuff more on Patreon, because I don't want the shit that I get from people who don't want to hear me talk about this shit on this main channel, because people give me a lot of shit when they don't like what I'm talking about. Like, I'm going to get a lot of shit for saying the word shit so much in this video. I'm a little flustered, and the only reason I am is because words were put into my mouth that I never said. So are we on the same page with the YouTube earnings update? I thought I could possibly put it on Patreon. That is still a possibility down the road. But what I was trying to say in that video is it's a good way to judge if you're making the right choice. So here's the example. Everybody not everybody. A few diehard fans of that series always raved about it. Always. To the point where I felt guilty if I was more than a couple days late with the video. And I would worry about that. I think of everything and worry about everything. When I'm on vacation, I still try to do it. I mean, it's like I feel the need to satisfy these people because they love it and I want to give them that. They love it. I want to be able to give them what they love. And I appreciate that they're watching it. But then, those same people, if I say, you know, I'm worn out, I'm tired, instead of them saying, thank you, Darlene, for the 2 years that you gave us on that. I loved that series. I will miss it, but I understand. No, those same people are like, I have been watching you for 2 years, and I rely on that. I love that series, and now you're just going to up and dump it for Patreon? You know, it's like, I didn't say that. I was saying I wanted to dump it because I'm fucking sick of it. Did anybody get that part? And I wasn't as sick of it as I feel now because it's causing me stress now, just because I talked about stopping doing it. And then if I say, well, if there's enough of you who want it and you're willing to become my patron, I would consider that and we'll have that nice little place that we can chat about things. No, I'm not paying for this. That was, and I think I said that in the other video, such a light bulb moment of relief for me because I had to be brought down back to earth and say, these people who love that series are not life and death for me. If I stop the series and it pisses them off, I have no control over that. And it means that I was catering to people who could turn on me like that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying this about everybody. When I talk to you guys, I'm talking to the general public. I'm just talking. It's not directed exactly to you. But when somebody watches someone, they feel like they're being spoken to directly. Look up parasocial relationships. It's very interesting. And again, it's something I want to talk about, but I just don't have the time. It's one-sided, and it's hard for a content creator or a celebrity or whoever, you know, somebody who is known. And, you know, yes, I'm not saying I'm celebrity status, but in the YouTube world, when you have subscribers, some of them see you as a celebrity. And it's a weird dynamic. And I can't fall into the trap of listening to people to that extent where it's going to make me make choices that I would not want to make simply because I'm afraid to upset someone or depress someone or to piss somebody off. You know, I can't get to that level. So when I hear people who have loved me, and this happens a lot, not just with this series, but with other series too. And then I stop doing it, and then I even offer, maybe we can work something out. Maybe I can do it there. And I really didn't want to because it's still a lot of work. And for what? A few dollars? You know, it's like I'd rather just not ever do it on Patreon. I just want to let the series go. But then they're like a little bit upset and then insulted when I say, well, we could move it over to Patreon. No, I'm not paying for that. I was catering to people who don't even understand what I'm trying to tell them. And I was trying to explain that to other YouTubers in that video to say, you have to please yourself. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you have to do or should be doing or whatever, that you need to do what your viewers are asking for, because you don't know. You don't know those people. You don't know if they're going to just shit on you the minute something happens. And a lot of people do shit on people. I know you might be thinking I'm just looking at this like everybody's an asshole out there. But I will tell you, there are many shitty people out there. And they're very vocal about it on comments. And I delete so many comments now, it's not even funny. I won't give them the pleasure of having a comment of theirs be visible on my channel. And they email me, they Facebook me, And on Facebook, I don't know, I have over 1,000 friends. Do you know how many of those Facebook people I even talk to in real life? My son, and that's probably it. I would say Skylar, but she doesn't have a Facebook page. I have friends who are complete strangers, so they become my friend, and then I only really do that because, well, when I promote something, it does give me a little bit of an audience, but the fact that I let them be my friend on my personal profile makes them think that they suddenly are entitled to tell me what to do. And no, I don't play that game. So now let's talk for a few minutes about the free ebooks, because I guess people didn't understand what I was saying about that too. I have been providing free ebook lists on my blog for several years, probably 4, I don't know. There was a time that another blogger did it, but then she stopped doing it. She would share the list, and I started doing it myself, and I totally enjoy doing it. I do it every morning when I get up, and I do the ebook list. But with more and more stuff on my plate, I have to try to find time, and I need time for my ASMR channel. And since I started that channel back up, now I started that ASMR channel, I think like 3 years ago, and I uploaded to it for like a year, and then I let it go for 2 years, and now it's been brought back to life. I've never stopped thinking about that channel and how can I find the time to do it and to do it right. And when I finally started doing it, which was, I believe, this January, we're in March as you're watching this, 2018, I was like, okay, I've got to find more time in my day because it's very time consuming to do those videos. And I kept thinking, the free ebook list. That could be my time, an hour and a half every morning or when I get up, usually mornings. I'm usually up before noon now. That could be my time that I need. But I like doing the ebooks, but I need the time. So I've been, tossing it around, and then I thought, I don't earn anything from the ebook lists. I am affiliated with Amazon, and those are affiliate links, but commission on a free ebook is 0, so I get nothing from that. But I put them on my blog because people love that list. It gets the most views of anything else that I have on my blog. Now, the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking that time would be better spent on a channel that I'm trying to build that will earn money once it's monetized, because my ASMR channel is not monetized. But then I thought, I'm going to hurt so many people. So many people are going to be sad. So many people love this list so much. So here was my plan, and I knew how it was going to play out, and it's exactly how it played out. A few months ago, I started putting, if you like this list, if you enjoy this free ebook list, become a $1 patron, show your support for the list, blah, blah, blah. I sell because it's, I'm not making any money. The ebooks are free. And I sell probably 2,000 per month or more of those free ebooks. So I was like, realistically thinking, probably get maybe 2, maybe 3 people on board with $1 a month. And I knew that's what was going to happen. I knew that not all these people who get free ebooks all the time were going to jump at the chance to say, gee, I do love getting free ebooks. Instead of paying $2.99 and up for every one of these ebooks, I get them for nothing. So I think I can afford $1 per month to make it worth Darlene's while to continue doing this list. But I knew that wouldn't happen. And it didn't. Again, a couple might have trickled in, but I didn't get all of a sudden $1,000 worth of pledges. And I've been asking that on the ebook lists for a couple months now. So I did that in a way to prepare. So if I decide to back out of the ebook list and people say, oh my God, I can't believe you're quitting that. I've been watching that forever and now it's going to be gone. I could say, well, are you willing to pledge $1 a month? No. Okay. Then I don't have to feel guilty about quitting that series. See, I'm trying to explain that it's a way to measure value. Oh, and that's right. Somebody said, we value you. You think that your subscribers don't value you. I believe that subscribers do value me. I know that there are subscribers out there who are on board with whatever I do. They like what I do, maybe not everything I do, but they support me emotionally and all that. But I'm talking about the subscribers who become assholes the minute I do something they don't like. Those are the subscribers that I'm saying show me that there's not that much value in what I do. I have to remember that if I take a step back or quit the ebooks, it is not a matter of life or death. It's just not. No matter how people make me feel about it, it's not. If it was, they would all jump at the opportunity to spend $1 to save that. But it's not that important to them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm glad to know that, because it makes me feel better when I don't have to do something. And I still upset people, though. That's what I don't get. So many people seem to feel entitled to get something for free from someone and work them to the bone. But it's because you don't think it's work. I don't know. I don't know if people realize that I work from the moment I get up until the moment I go to bed. And when I go to bed, I'm still working. I'm looking up different things, ideas for videos, and you know, it's just, again, I'm not complaining. I am not complaining at all. It's what I choose to do. It's what I love to do. It's what I would only want to do. I don't care to do anything else but work. But I have to get the message across that there is only so much that I can do. And I have tons of respect for my subscribers. I absolutely do. But I will not respect someone who doesn't respect me, because that would just be stupid. You know, so, here's some of the stuff that I've been getting. You're greedy now. Because when you talk about money and that you're, on Patreon, all of a sudden I'm greedy. I'm making a living for myself. I am. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Your greed is showing. Okay. I'll try to hide that. You only want money now. No, I've always wanted money. It's why I'm working. I enjoy the high of success. Money is just the measurement of that. But I do need that money. If I didn't have to earn money to live in this world, I mean, don't we know that from when we're children? That we're going to grow up and we're going to work? So I'm working. Get over it. It's all about the money with you. No, it is not all about the money, but it's a big frigging part of it. Because if I want to be able to continue to work for myself, I have to know always that all the bills will be paid, that I can afford to go to Memphis whenever I want, that I'm going to have somewhat of a happy retirement unless there's a catastrophic event that's going to wipe out my savings. Those are the things I want. So it's a big part of my life. Because we need money to survive in this world. You are too old for YouTube. That has nothing to do with that video, but I just thought that was a good one, and I threw it in there. How dare you charge subscribers to watch your videos that are here for free? I am insulted. Oh my God. YouTube videos are there. They're public, they're free. I'm not asking people to pay me on Patreon to watch my videos on YouTube. However, there are many creators who do that. There are many creators who have patrons and they don't provide their patrons with exclusive content. I happen to do that because I thought that would be nice. If they're going to be my patron and pledge, I'm going to give them something above and beyond what the public YouTube subscribers are seeing. And it was also a place for me to be freer with my lovely, lovely language that I adore and not get shit about it. And I do like that. But those of you who watch me on YouTube, you don't have to become a patron. You don't. I'm not forcing anyone to become a patron, ever. You are free to watch the videos that I put on YouTube all you want. And I couldn't stop you even if I wanted to. I mean, what if I said to you, oh, you're not my patron? Please stop watching my videos. You can watch them. They're there. It's not like that. Stop worrying about what patrons do. If patrons want to throw their money at me, let them. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not even saying that to be a smart ass. I'm just saying, what does it matter to someone what two other people are doing, what kind of a business relationship they have? I mean, don't be mad at the person who goes to the concert and pays money to go to the concert while you sit home and watch it on TV for free. Don't be mad at that person. Don't be mad at my patrons or think that this is all like something wrong. I don't know. I have people who talk bad about my patrons, like they're just ass kissers. You know, my little clowns that follow me around. You know, I hear it all, and it's just I don't know. And those are the people who I'm supposed to take advice from. The people who say these things, do they really think I'm going to take their advice and say, "Oh, I better listen to them. I better do what they say"? No, I'm not going to listen to that shit. You threaten to quit a series if people don't pay, and I never fucking threatened to quit a series if people don't pay. And I know that they were specifically talking about the YouTube earnings update video, and I never said that. I never said this has to be now on Patreon or I'm quitting. It never did. And the ebooks, I never said that the ebooks were going to go on Patreon. I always want those on my blog for as long as I do them. But I wanted a way to be able to say to people, look, you've been free to pledge for this for a year now, let's say, down the road. And if I want to quit it and I get grief, I will say, were you my patron? It's been on my blog every day. If you want to support this ebook list, you can be a $1 per month patron. It'll be a way to shut those people up who want to give me hell for quitting something that I just can't possibly continue to do. It's like the people who were mad at me, so mad at me with the Fabric Frenzy because I wasn't sending international. I did not want the hassle. And I knew the shipping was going to be outrageous. I can't let somebody buy something and then turn around and say, the item you bought was $8. The shipping is going to be $32.50 because they're going to say, oh, well, then I don't want it. So I finally put it out there. This is what the shipping will start at, and you need to prepay me because I don't want people backing out. Do you think I got any bites on that? No. And if anybody says to me, well, I can't believe that you don't offer international shipping. So-and-so does. Well, first, you can go shop with so-and-so. And second, I will absolutely send to you international. I will quote the shipping to you, and you will pay it in advance before I cut your fabric. You know, it's like, because I know how people are. I know they back out of things. Oh, my God. I'm so tired now. I hope this makes a little bit more sense. And you know I don't apologize for the things I say or do because I mean every word of it. And if I seem angry or upset, it's because it just weighs people down when there's so much shit out there. There is so much shit out there. I don't know how celebrities survive it. I really don't. They must like have to ignore everything. Because there are a lot of really shitty people. I'm one of them. I'm a shitty person. That's why I like to be alone. I just want to live my shitty little life in my shitty little home and be by my shitty little self and not bother anyone. It just so happens that I make my living by being on YouTube. And that's my business. I'm not too old for it. And I have the right to run my channel any way I want. I have the right to have a Facebook group that is no comments allowed because that's the way I choose to do it. I have the right to delete any comment that irritates me on my channel. I have all those rights. I can do that because it's my place. It's my safe place. Supposed to be a safe place. It doesn't always feel safe. And I have weirdos who find ways to contact me, harass me by phone, send me letters in the mail to tell me they don't like my swearing. I mean, it's just... There's a lot of nutcases out there. There really are. And it gets to the point that it's hard to breathe. Are there many wonderful people? There are many wonderful people. And I will say that there are many wonderful people who have also turned on me. I have to not let stuff ever get to my head. I have to concentrate on what I need to do, what is right for me, and I have to just know it's going to always piss people off, and that's out of my control. There will always be other people who love my content, or at least enjoy it. There will always be people who support what I do, watch my videos, become my patrons, leave Patreon, subscribe to my videos, unsubscribe. It's just the way it all works. I just wish that people could be generally nice. And I know I sound like I'm like the least nice person, but I promise you, if people wouldn't say something to me, I would never say something back. I never go out of my way to say anything to someone. Never. Can you imagine me going to somebody's video and leaving a comment that they're too old for YouTube? Who the fuck does shit like that? It's just so stupid. And some of these people have, I don't know if it's their real profiles, but some of them, most of them are women. I don't get much shit from men. I really don't. Young guys, probably teens, I'll get shit from some of them. But women can be fucking evil, and I don't like that. I just think it's just so wrong. Nobody should be hurtful. It's a junk call. Hello?
Hi, this is the alert system with Visa MasterCard account services.
I get those all the time, and I love it because I can just hang up, and I love my favorite kind of phone call. So yes, I'm frustrated, and it all started by having words put in my mouth that I didn't say. So I know this is going to piss so many people off. Darlene thinks she's just full of it. Oh, what a bitch. I've been accused of treating my subscribers like shit. When I talked about the fabric frenzy, and I was saying, I know if I had absolutely no business, maybe I would consider international orders in a more pleasant way. And I was saying, but I don't need that. I sell out of everything. Somebody sent me a message and said, how dare you insinuate that you don't need more customers? First of all, I didn't insinuate it. I outright said it. I don't need more. I can't keep things in stock. And then ironically, I have this sale where the PayPal button would let people just keep ordering, and I sold out way more than I even had. And then that person, and it was a woman, probably around my age, according to her picture. And then she said, I hope you never make another friend or get another subscriber. And I thought, how stupid is that? Does she really think that's possible? Now, never making another friend, I'm okay with that. But I will get more subscribers, because that just happens. Anyway, to those of you who are not pissed off at me right now, and who gladly put up with all the swearing in this video, if you liked that, there's more of it on Patreon. Okay, now, I know that uncalled for. To those of you who understand what I'm saying, and I know content creators do, thank you for sticking around with me, but I'm not going to say thank you across the board to the whole world, because there are a lot of people out there who... I can't explain it. It's not realistic at all to believe that all subscribers are wonderful. Can you imagine? PewDiePie has what? Probably 60 million by now. Do you think every one of them is wonderful? And now, yes, I know so many people hate PewDiePie. I absolutely adore him. I think he is so cute. And when he's with Marzia, I mean, they're just the nicest couple. I like him very much. Anyway, I guess that's it. I was just worried that other people got that same message and were shaking their heads saying, what? She's going to start now saying that we have to pay, or she's leaving the series, and is she going to do that with everything? No, I'm not. I never said it in the first place. I'm not doing it. I am very tired. I feel drunk right now, but I'm not. I promise you. All right, I'm just going to sign off now. Have I eaten today? Did I? Did I eat? Is there meat in my teeth? That would be a good sign that I ate. Let's not even get to that. I get so much shit about that too. I really attract shit. I really do. I guess that the things that I do, are just... And even my sewing things that you would think are harmless, because I throw some swear words in those, I get shit for that. I just love it. I love it. Anyway, I'm going now. Bye.